And welcome to another edition of Sports Block as we're here for the Middle Creek Mustangs baseball opener against the Western Harnett Eagles. I'm Adam Arlen, joined by...
And I'm Bruce Herring.
And as we're already underway, Ryan Chassie, the starting pitcher for the Mustang, already had a quick strikeout, and he now has a 1-1 count on the two-hole batter for the Eagles.
There's a foul ball there. The Mustangs expecting a lot of velo and a good amount of strikeouts from Ryan Chessie, one of the more dominant pitchers in the conference.
Yeah, and along with that, he's also one of the better batters on the team.
Yep, we should be in for a good game.
Definitely is. That's why Ryan Chassie's committed to Campbell to play baseball for 4 more years.
Yep, we've already got one strikeout here.
1-2 count. That's in for a ball too.
Delivers a good pitch there.
Makes it a 2-2 count with 1 out and nobody on base.
A very high strikeout pitcher, Ryan Chessie is. Good velo and a good curveball on it.
And that's in for ball 3 to make it a 3-2 count, full count, 1 out.
Yeah, definitely a key for Chessie. He's got to stay in control, keep it in the zone. I mean, he's got great velo, great begging pitch. And keep it in the zone should be good as he gets strikeout number 2.
On number 11, Caleb Dinkins. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Ryan Chassie.
Couldn't ask for a much better start than that.
2 up, 2 down for Chassie.
Next up's in the 3-hitter.
And that's in for strike 1.
First pitch strikes are definitely another key here. If you want to keep your pitch count down, first pitch strike is very important.
Yeah, the more strikes you can throw, the better you're going to be. As that ball is fouled straight back into the net behind home plate, so that's going to make an 0-2 count.
And everything seems to be going Middle Creek's way so far, really locating their pitches. I hope they bring that onto the offensive side of it.
Definitely. And you always want to get off to a good start, especially under first-year head coach or second stint first-year head coach Jeremy Thompson.
Another thing to watch out for today is definitely the rain. It's not raining too hard so far, but it can definitely impact the game in a whole.
Yeah, definitely puts more pressure on the pitchers because you don't want to let the ball get out to your fielders with it being slippery. More like your fielder to make an error.
And delivers a pretty good curve, just a little bit out.
So that makes it a 1-2 count.
Looking to finish him off there.
And this is hit. Oh, this is going to drop right. This is going to be a single into shallow right field.
That's a single for Colin Welch.
It's a good job there by Welch after getting behind in the count early of battling back and eventually getting on base with a single to right field.
Yep.
Just over the first baseman's head of D'Agostino and just in front of not far enough that right fielder Sean Horton could get to it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those balls that just kind of drops in between. Still a very good hit, especially with 2 outs.
As a cleanup hitter steps up to bat. And first pitch strike again for Chassie.
Another great thing about having a lefty on the mound is he can definitely keep the runners close. I mean, they're always intimidated over there by a left-handed arm. Easier to pick off the first. And as we see a move.
Good move there by Chassie. He definitely has a good pickoff move.
Yep, he's safe there. A little bit of pause here.
And the runner goes. And this is grounded to the second baseman, Josh White, who gets it over to the first baseman, Alex D'Agostino, for the 3rd out of the inning. So after the top half of the first inning, the score is tied at 0. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block. As we're back for the bottom of the first inning, so we'll see Mustangs up as Wade Chandler is up first to bat for the Mustangs.
Yeah, a lot of speed with Wade Chandler. Very good to get him on base to start off this inning.
Definitely, that's why he's the leadoff hitter. You always want to put your fastest man at first or in the 9 hole.
Definitely. And Middle Creek coming off probably the best first half of an inning you could have. Very good defensively and all that.
Yeah, and pitcher Chassis is on deck for who'll be the second batter of the inning.
Yep.
Should be interesting to see how the Mustangs fare this year batting, as they lost 3 different players that batted over 300 last year, with Jonathan Derricole batting 377, Tucker Rogers batting 354, and William Preeksiver batting 333.
Yep, definitely.
And Ryan Chassis is the returning bat. As that pitch is in for a strike 1.
Yep, good pitch there from Colin Welch.
Yeah, as Chassis batted 323 last year, so he's definitely the best hitter returning for the Mustangs.
Colin Welch, one of their ace, and
This is grounded to the second baseman. And it's going to be over the first, and he gets it over the first baseman for the out, so that'll bring up Ryan Chassis with 1 out.
Yeah, you got to be very careful when pitching to Ryan Chassis. He's got a lot of power on him. If you don't really focus on where you're placing it, he could deal a lot of damage on him.
Yeah, so Chassis had last year Chassis batted batted 323, 21 hits, 8 RBIs, 4 doubles, and he also walked 10 times.
Great season there. As he takes the first pitch low.
For ball 1, so 1-0 count. If you're the batter, you always want to get ahead in the count early, because then you force the pitcher to throw something over the plate, which as a power hitter like Chassis, that's what you want.
Yep.
As he takes that low for ball 2.
Yeah, definitely with a lot of power, but the key for him is really he's seeing the ball well. I mean, he's making sure he doesn't swing at bad pitches, waiting for his pitch, and he seems to be doing a great job of that right now.
And that pitch is in for is right down the plate for a strike 1, make it a 2-1 count.
Welsh sets up here. We're throwing another pitch.
That's going to be in for strike 2, so 2-2 count.
Well located there by Welch. Really working that low pitch on Chassis. It's a very smart tactic there.
He's plugging up the battery to that camera.
There's a ball.
So that's
3-2.
So that's going to make it a full count. As you call it, sometimes the pitcher's best pitch. Sometimes you got to throw the money ball here.
Yeah, this is really, you can take 2 approaches to this. Either just put it over the plate or you try to strike him out here. And either way, you got to deliver a good pitch here.
The pitch is in for ball 4, so Chassis is going to walk in his first at bat of the year.
And we've got Chassis on first base. We could be seeing a pinch runner here.
Yeah,
And we will.
As in high school, you're allowed a pinch runner for your pitcher and catcher.
Number 3 will be being the pinch runner here. I believe that is Chris Bleeker.
So that brings up
Alex D'Agostino, number 27. Got as well a lot of power in him. I mean, had an absolutely phenomenal last year.
Yeah, he had a third of the Mustangs' home runs last year, with Derricole having 2, and then D'Agostino having 1, as he split time between JV and varsity.
And he takes the first pitch for strike 1.
So it makes an 0-1 count. With a runner on first.
And the pitch is in.
That's high for ball 2.
It's a 1-1 count here.
Yeah, correction. In for ball 1, make it a 1-1 count.
And that's low for ball 2.
And this is in the dirt for ball 2, so make it 2-1 count.
Not too much of a base running threat over there at first base by Chassis, but Still got to watch him down from the catcher there on the block.
So the pitcher,
Always.
Bellatoni, you are camera 3. So when
Not the best start defensively here for Western Harnett. Welch definitely has to settle in here. It's looking a little uneasy here.
And the runner goes, and he's going to be safe as the ball gets away. Now he's going for third, and he's going to get it. He's going to get third on the stolen base attempt. He's going to get 2 bases on the stolen base attempt. Good job there by the Bleecker of seeing that the catcher hadn't been too great, so taking advantage of that. And then the ball got away from the second base from the shortstop, so he was able to take advantage of that and get the third. So now the Mustangs have a runner on third with 1 out, which probably changes the whole at bat.
Very smart move there from Bleecker. I mean, pitcher just threw a ball in the dirt. Catcher's a little on his heels a little bit, like, all right, we escaped that. Good call by the coach. Get him to steal, and it definitely paid off there.
Yeah, so now all of a sudden that changes the whole at bat since you have a runner 90 feet away.
Yep. As they walk Dags to bring up Dominic Dierkel.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if that was an intent, like, well, it didn't start out as an intentional one to walk him, but at that point with the runner on third, all of a sudden you have free balls. It's wonder if the play call becomes walk him and set up the double play attempt so that you can't just let him bunt it to bring in the runner.
With the runner on third, and especially in a ball-heavy count there, I mean, you don't want to give him a pitch too good. I mean, walking him really isn't the worst thing in the world right there.
Mm-hmm. As this pitch is fouled down the right field line.
Seems like a good approach there by Dom, trying to just get the ball to the outfield, drive in that run. So I can get up there so far. We could be seeing a steal here, as we've already tested the catcher once. Dags had a pretty high amount of stolen bases last year, especially for a power hitter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, wait till the break.
And this pitch is down. Oh, this pitch is just above the knees for strike 1.
Yep, that Welch has been painting that bottom part so far. He's been hitting it pretty well.
Yeah, he's been
continue that.
He's been hovering right between them, like just right in the strike zone or just below it.
Yeah, that's definitely what you want as a pitcher right now.
And this is a high swinging strike, so that's gonna make it. Oh, that's gonna be a strikeout there on number 38.
Dom.
On Dominique
Goes down.
Guerrero. So that brings up
number 10, Todd Bobang.
He started off really good last year. He was hitting really good to start the year, then he kind of faded down the stretch.
Yep.
So let's see if he can put together a better senior campaign.
Had some very important at-bats near the end of that playoff run. He did get a couple hits there that were very important, especially in those low-scoring games.
So this is going to be, so he's going to be safe. This is going to be a slow roller to the third baseman, and that's going to score Bleecker from third and move D'Agostino over the second. So that's going to make the score 1-0 Middle Creek on the RBI single from Todd Bobang.
And a big hit there. Definitely not what he wanted there, but got the job done. Brings in a pinch runner here for Todd, Daniel Alvarado.
Daniel Alvarado won about the third the number 3 pitcher for the Mustangs, who's also plans to attend Wake Tech and continue his baseball career.
Looking to maybe get in some more runs here, already with a good start with 1 run. Hoping to get another one here with a possible base hit. There's a pickoff, but no one's there.
So that pickoff attempt. So runners on first and second.
Well, just trying to relax up there. Trying to just get out of this inning. Definitely need to before it starts piling on here. No runs.
Interesting that they're trying to pickoff attempt going to second from the pitcher. You usually don't see a pitcher do any kind of a pickoff attempts besides first base. Usually, if you're gonna attempt to get a pickoff attempt at second or third, you usually pitch out to the catcher who fires it to the base you want.
Definitely. I mean, sometimes though you just got to find it out somewhere. If you aren't the greatest on the mound, I mean, you got to start working in more pickoffs runs.
That's gonna be a strike.
It's taken
for strike 1. So yeah, that's gonna like you said. Some pitchers just have the way their pickoff move is. It allows them to be able to get second or third easily.
All right.
And this is down low for ball one, making a 1-1 count.
Both pitchers really trying to work that lower half, and the umpires been doing good down there, calling good strikes. It's very tough to hit a low pitch, and both pitchers have clearly keyed in on that.
Camera 2 right now. And she's going to follow him down to first base. And when we get to first base, she's going to stop it. So if she's clear, then she's coming back to the next bat.
And this is gonna be down. This is gonna be right above the knees for strike two, making a 1-2 count with runners on first and second, 2 outs.
He's looking to try to put something in play here, put the pressure on the defense.
So you'll leave the batter and go to the runner.
Already one poor throw. I mean, definitely with the wet conditions, you put the pressure on him by putting it in play.
And this is going to be a hit right past the diving glove of the second baseman, who barely gets it. But as the runner comes home, he's going to be safe. So that's going to score one. That's going to score one, as they're going to get as the runner advances from first to.
Third base there.
Yeah, as Alvarado advances from first to third, so that's going to make it 2-0 Middle Creek.
And I mean, it just shows. I mean, when you put the ball in play, good things happen. So definitely worked out there for Middle Creek.
So Jacob Smino up the bat now for the Mustangs.
Another good 2-strike approach there from him. I mean, going there, 1-2, 2-2, puts the ball in play and puts the pressure on the defense right there. Very well done job. Welch still trying to relax. I mean, not the greatest first inning for him.
No, definitely not. As the pitch is down right around the knees for strike one.
Zoom into the pitcher for a second. Don't use her shot.
He's really locating that low pitch well. If he's just putting it there every time, the hitters start to pick up on that.
Zoom all the way in there. Just keep going, like fast. Go.
As pickoff attempt over the first is not going to be successful
Zoom up to his face so you see that.
for Welch.
Schmidl looking to drive in a run here. Another pickoff attempt. Very risky. I mean, you already have 2 outs, and there is a runner on third. They throw that away. That's definitely a run scored.
You throw it away to either third or first. The runner on third scores easily. So this is going to be in for a ball.
Good take there from Jacob Schmidl. Welch still trying to locate here. He hasn't really been hitting spots too well. Pitcher still hasn't really settled in. And that's
going to be fouled out of play down the left field line, just outside of the ballpark.
That puts him in a 1-2 count here.
1-2 count with runner on first and third, with runner on the corner.
Big pitch here, both for the hitter and the pitcher. Looking to put something in play here, put the pressure on the defense.
And the runner goes, and he's going to be safe, and the ball gets away. So the runner from Alvarado scores from third to make it 3-0 for the Mustangs.
And everything seems to be going Middle Creek's way with a big lead here, 3-0. I mean,
yeah, it's all Middle Creek taking advantage of Western Harnett making mistakes.
And I mean, you definitely hate that as a pitcher. I mean, you got 2 strikes on him, you're very close. I mean, you got 2 outs already, and just another run scores on that. It's definitely rough there on the mound for Welch.
And that pitch is going to be down low for ball one, making a 1-0 count.
No, that's
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, 3-2. Correction. Yeah, I'm used to usually when a runner scores, the batter changes.
Now another big pitch here from Welch. We'll see how he deals with this stress so far.
Full count. And this is going to be a walk for. It's going to be down low for ball 4, so that he walks Schmidl. And as Josh White comes up, Josh White was
pulled up last year from JV for the playoffs. Had a great JV season. Hit .410 with 25 hits, 12 RBIs, and 5 doubles. Had a very good season and one of the better 2-strike hitters you can find out there. I mean, when he gets in a tough situation, he can definitely at least put the ball in play, and that led to hits to him last year.
Yeah, as I believe Coach Thompson calls him. Oh no, we have a meeting at the mound as the manager, as the manager for the Russian Harnett Eagles, Dalton Hardy, is talking to Welch. So the pitching, the
Coach out there
Yeah,
trying to just relax him there. I mean,
yeah. So
he's
the
had a tough inning. I mean, but you don't want to have to pull your starter out too early. Just tell him relax, put it in the zone. I mean, we've got a good defense. Just make him hit it. All right.
yeah.
You can't,
So
can't allow that many walks.
he comes. So Josh White comes up with a runner on first and second, 2 outs. The first pitch is going to be hit high and deep to left field.
That
And
will be caught
It's
for out
gonna,
number 3.
it's going to be caught. So the Mustangs strand 2, but they score free. So after one full inning, Middle Creek leads 3-0. You're watching the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block. As we're back for the top of the second, as Chassis fires a first pitch in for strike 1, as Middle Creek leads 3-0 after a free run bottom of the first.
Middle Creek trying to keep the momentum going their way. I mean, definitely a big first inning for them. Shut them down on defense and really came out firing on offense.
Mm-hmm. This is hit high and deep, but it's going to be fouled back, and it's going to stay. It's going to be just past the foul net, so
Just barely out of play there.
barely. So Bobang does not have a chance to get the out, but that's going to make it an 0-2 pit. That's going to make an 0-2 count quickly. Some good. One thing we saw in the top of the first from Chassis was he got ahead in the count early. He got ahead in the count quickly, which translated the 3 strikeouts.
Oh yeah.
I mean 2 strikeouts, correction.
Especially when you have that velo and can have a good curveball with it. You definitely want to get ahead as we get another strikeout from Ryan Chassis.
So that's going to be his third of the day. So Chassis fires this in low for ball 1.
Yep, definitely bringing the momentum with them. Has already another strikeout. We're at 3 strikeouts here for Ryan Chassis, and only 5 batters faced.
Yeah, that's going to be fouled off the bat of the off the bat into the catcher's glove. So that's going to count as a strike.
Delivers a curveball.
And for strike 2, making a 1-2 count.
Good pitch there from Chassis. The curveball is definitely a key. I mean, it's good to have the velo and all, but if you can have a good curveball, you can definitely mess up some very good fastball hitters.
And that's going to be low for ball 2. So that's going to make it a 2-2 count.
You know, sometimes it's good to just kind of throw that curveball a little bit low, get them to chase it. I mean, if you throw it too many times in the zone, I mean, it becomes hittable. Chassis trying to end him here on this 2-2 count.
And this is going to be low for ball 3, make it a full count. It's a full count with 1 out.
Yep. Definitely focusing in here, trying to finish him off here. Can't have too many walks. That's definitely a key. As he does walk him. That'll be one runner on with one out.
So, yeah, unfortunate there for Chassis, but nonetheless sets up a potential double play.
Yeah, a big thing here for the pitcher, and it's not really one you think about, but I mean, let him hit a ground ball here. I mean, got a great defense behind you, one of the better defenses in the conference, even in the state. So I mean, make him hit another play. It's definitely one thing you're working on as a pitcher. He's working definitely low to try to get that ground ball here.
Yep.
And
This is gonna be
fools
low.
the runner there. Little high leg kick. It's definitely tricky to read the left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, he's going to fire it in there for strike one.
You never know what's coming over there for the runner.
As the pitch is over. He
Caught him he was coming over there, just froze up. Looking to get a ground ball here.
As this is going to be in for strike two. So make it a 0-2 count.
Yep.
Make it an 0-2 count here.
And this is one of those times where you can put it a little bit in the zone. Definitely probably seeing a curveball here. Catch him off guard. We do not. We see a low fastball there for a ball.
Yeah, so that makes it a 1-2 count.
Just definitely working low here, trying to get a ground ball out of this. It's definitely what you want here. Easy out of the inning. A lot of momentum you're going your way after a good double play right there. So I'm hoping to get that.
As that's going to be low for ball two. Make it a 2-2. Make it a 2-2 count.
And he's looking to finish him here. Try to keep that pitch count down. That's another thing that's not really keyed in on him. And I mean, you don't want to waste any pitches. As he gets a strikeout here for strikeout number 4.
Yeah, second of this inning. So far, both two innings are
Looking good here. Everything's still going Middle Creek's way. Looking absolutely great on both sides of the field. As the next batter steps in, number 15, Dustin Lund. Just kind of a pick-off move there. Keep him honest. Don't really want him getting too far
yeah.
of the lead.
Let him
Seems
know
like
that he's keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, seems like some good speed over there. Not great, especially with the lefty pitcher on it.
Mhm.
Won't be seeing a steal here. As that is strike
Like-
one, swung and missed.
Yes, that makes an 0-1 count on Lund.
You know, one thing with Chaz is definitely to focus on that first pitch strike, and he's been doing a great job today so far.
As this pitch is as a pickoff attempt goes wide of the first baseman, so the runner is gonna get all the way over to third. So the Eagles have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yep, 2 outs here definitely changes the at bat. I mean, Jesse's definitely trying to get out here. Already up 0-1 though, so not in a terrible situation here.
Yeah, what I noticed from watching him last year was like when he's on, but like when he's not necessarily on his game, he can be a bit erratic and not necessarily get in the strike zone.
Definitely. I mean, that's one of the things he's definitely fixed, worked on, just putting it in the zone as he gets another strike here to make it 0-2.
Making 0-2. Yeah, good job there by Chassis of fighting back after the error and throwing a good pitch. So he's one strike of getting out of this inning unscathed.
And here's the pitch.
And it's in for a ball.
Just a little bit outside, and Chassis didn't seem to like that call too much, already walking off there.
Nope. He was halfway to the dugout when he
That's all right.
when he heard it was a ball.
He was definitely happy with that pitch. Liked where he located it. But gets in for another one.
And this is hit. This is a liner hit to the left fielder.
And a good play there by Jacob Schmiedel to end the inning.
So after 1.5 innings, Middle Creek leads 3-0. We'll be right back with the sports block. And welcome back to the Sports Block. As we're back after a quick break, so we're back for the bottom of the second. Middle Creek leading 3-0 over the Western Harnett Eagles.
Middle Creek looking very good so far. Jumped out to a great start offensively, and they're looking to continue that into the second inning here.
Mm-hmm.
Now steps up to the plate number 21 for Middle Creek.
As the first pitch is in, is hit high and deep to the left. Is hit high and is hit high to shallow left field, and it's gonna be caught. No, it's gonna drop for a double. I thought that should have been caught. There was three dudes around. There was three guys around it, so I'm sure they're gonna score that as an error.
He kind of hit it into the Bermuda Triangle. Couldn't really figure out whose ball it was to get it, and
Yeah.
miscommunication there is definitely going to cost them.
Yeah, so Wade Chandler isn't back up for the Mustangs, leadoff hitter.
And that was a hit, I believe, by Ryan Scholler.
Yeah, so it was Ryan Scholler.
A key player last year, very important. Hit very well all season, and he's continuing it here with his first at bat, just putting it in play, doing what he does. That's a big play right there for Middle Creek. I mean, big letdown for Western Harnett. Pitcher comes out here, gets a pop fly, and just wasted it. Puts even more pressure on the pitcher. Not going Western Harnett's way as of now.
As the first pitch is in, as as a pitcher winds up.
He's taking his time here, trying to mess
Yep.
with the timing.
And the first pitch is in for a ball.
Yep, definitely a good take there by Wade. Looking for his pitch, making the pitcher have to throw more pitches. I mean, we won't be seeing this guy for too much longer if he keeps having to throw lots of pitches in these innings.
Yeah, and the question is when does Western Harnett want to make the move to the bullpen?
Definitely.
As that pitch is fouled off the bat, off the tip of the bat of Chandler's bat, so that's going to make it a 1-1 count.
A bunt attempt there from Wade Chandler. I mean, could have been a very good chance there. I mean, a lot of speed. You can definitely at least move the runner to the third. And I mean,
Attempt to move
the way that these balls have been thrown around so far. I mean, you don't really trust the defense at time with the ball in their hands. I mean, it's really slick out there. Lots of things can go wrong, especially today.
And that's in for strike two, so make it a 1-2 count. It's never a bad thing to attempt a bunt with your leadoff hitter, especially since he's your fastest dude. Because sometimes if you place the bunt perfectly, you would be able to outrun the pitcher and catcher.
I mean, it definitely puts the infield on edge. I mean,
And
makes it tricky.
And that's going to be a swinging strikeout there for Lund.
Wade Chandler.
Yep.
And here comes up Ryan Chassie. Pretty big at bat here. Can definitely drive in a run here.
Definitely. See if Middle Creek can capitalize on the double by Scholler.
West Harnett's mistake. Definitely take the mistakes they give you. Trying to get it here.
Yeah, that's exactly what Middle Creek did in the last inning.
Ball in the dirt, and throw down gets away, and
So-
he'll stay at third.
So Scholler will move over to third base. So, like I was mentioning before, that kind of with Chassie, since he's a left-handed hitter, you're not really going to bunt with him, since the bunt intent would obviously go down the third base line, which will make it really easy to get the runner from third out.
Yeah, what you want to do is you either want to put something deep in the air or hard at the corners. As the corners have moved in here to, pay attention to that runner on third. I mean, Chassie can easily pull one down the line, possibly get a double on it.
And that's going to go down, and that's going to be in the down low for ball two.
Very important pitch here.
That's going to get away.
It's a ball, but he will stay there.
It's going to get away from the catcher, but Scholler's going to stay at third.
Yeah, this is a tough situation here. Welch really needs to settle down. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
well-
see he's getting shaken up, throwing more pitches
Oh,
in the dirt.
de-
It's more out of
definitely.
his zone.
Definitely.
When it doesn't help that error to start the inning, I mean, he really needed some momentum going his way, and there's not a ton going that way right now. And the 3-0 pitch. And it's on its way.
And that's going to be, oh, they're going to call that a strike. You can say that he painted the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, good pitch there. Not ideally a 3-0 pitch, definitely, but still very important pitch. Put it in the zone. I mean, did what he had to do. Got it close enough.
That's what I'm saying. So it'll be interesting to see if Chazzy has the green light here on a 3-1 pitch to swing. And he's not going to have to, we're not going to get to know because he gets walked. So Bleeker will come in the run for Chassis. Bleeker will come in the run for Chassis, and we'll see Chassis again. Either if Middle Creek bats around again, or at the top of the next inning.
Yeah, you could do a lot here as a coach. I mean, you got first and third, you got a good hitter up. I mean, you got a lot of options here. And with only one out, I mean, you might be looking to steal him to second, take away that double play ball.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if you want to bunt here with D'Agostino, or if you're power hitter, see if you want to drive maybe multiple guys in.
Yeah, well, we'll see. As he settles in for the pitch. And that's in the air.
That's going to be fouled off to his right, out of play.
Not a bad swing there, definitely. Just a little bit under it, a little bit behind it. But I mean, you really want to drive that ball to right field. I mean, give him a little bit more of a chance on the home run to score. That's a pretty important pitch right there after a walk there by the pitcher. He definitely need to put something in the zone. Couldn't afford to throw another ball.
Get ahead from the start, and the runner goes, and he's gonna be on the throw. Oh, the throw goes to second, but then the second baseman tries to throw home to get Scholler, but Scholler's gonna be safe at home, as the throw was off the plate. So that's gonna make it 4-0 Middle Creek.
We've seen a very aggressive approach by Middle Creek so far. Every time they're throwing that down to second. And they're cutting it off before the throw gets there, and they're just taking it, just go.
Yeah.
And it's worked very well so far. I mean,
great job by Scholler of taking advantage, seeing that the throw was going to second and that they've been wild, so run home. And then you got to credit the second baseman for attempting to go home and get the lead runner. And so sacrifice one base to get the out and avoid the run.
Wow.
But unfortunately, the throw was not on line.
Another thing goes wrong for Welch. Looking at maybe getting out here as a deep fly ball's hit.
Deep fly ball to right. It's going to be foul if it drops.
And that's a foul ball. Very close to the line there. Tipped off his glove there.
That would have been big if that drops fair.
That would be
Bleeker,
a major problem.
Bleeker would probably come around the score unless the right fielder made a laser throw home.
Yeah. Just poor play here by the Western Harnett defense. Not looking too good so far. Definitely, coach will be trying to adjust that. And it's not the greatest conditions in the world, but I mean,
definitely not the best baseball weather. If you had to play this last week, it was some great baseball weather last week.
Yeah, definitely.
But unfortunately, it's not. But you got to deal with you, and that's going to be a strikeout on D'Agostino. Like you were saying, sometimes the weather's not going to cooperate, but you still play.
Yep, you still got to play through it. I mean,
You got to play.
Middle Creek's definitely using it to their advantage, coming away very aggressive on the base paths and all, using it to their advantage. Well, maybe Western Harnett will start doing some of that on their own.
I mean, it's not like Middle Creek has been like amazingly overpowering Western Harnett. Western Harnett just keeps making mistakes, and Middle Creek is taking advantage of that. As a throw to second is going to be over the head of the shortstop, and like I'm saying, just a miscommunication on the throw there.
Oh yeah, it's
just
the
like
little things that are separating the game so far. I mean,
it's not like Middle Creek is like absolutely overpowering them, hitting doubles off the wall each time. It's like Middle Creek's hitting singles or just hard ground balls, and they're just taking advantage of the errors that Western Harnet's making, which is what good teams do. Good teams take advantage of errors by the other team. If Western Harnett doesn't make all those errors, this game could easily be 0-0 still.
I mean, similar to the UCLA's 2016 or 2015 team that won it all. I mean, the motto of that was, use the mistakes they give you and don't make the mistakes. And
exactly.
That's definitely what we've seen so far from Middle Creek. Just
and you can set
playing the ball well.
and you can make the same comparison for any sport, not just baseball. Good teams take advantage of mistakes by other teams.
Yep. Make sure that they do the little things right. And I mean, Western Harnett has not been doing that so far.
Nope.
Middle Creek has definitely capitalized on it.
You got to do the little things right and make the big things work.
Yep. And as Welch still in here, settles in for a pitch.
1-0 count. And that's going to be in for ball 2.
just a little bit high, and you can see he's kind of losing that control. He's kind of losing that focus. I mean, the more and more hits and the more you keep giving up, I mean, unless you're more zoned in, it's definitely costing Western Harnett right now.
We'll see how long he's left in the game for.
You know, could definitely be seeing something in the bullpen next inning or the inning after, especially if he doesn't get out of this soon.
As this pitch is going to be down in the dirt for ball free and make it a 3-0 count.
Yep. And with 2 outs and all, I mean, that's...
Yeah, 3-0 count. I mean, right here with be question to see whether he gets the green light to swing or not, or whether he's see what he does.
I'd assume, I mean, as of now, and I mean, as of how this pitcher has been thrown, I mean, he walked Chassis on the batter before. I mean, I don't think we'll be seeing a swing here. Takes a ball, loses his head on that
takes
point.
a strike, so that's going to make it a 3-1 count. Yeah. No, that's one of my biggest complaints about baseball is like on like a 3-1 count or 3-2 count, you know the pitcher has to throw it over the plate, so why not give him the green light to swing?
Well, I mean, just in that aspect is, I mean, you've got good hitters, but I mean, there are high chances where a pitcher will just throw a pitch not even close to the zone or just bad, and I mean, sometimes you'll swing at it because you're like, oh, it's 3-0, he's going to put it right here. So I mean, sometimes you just take that option out.
True. But I just feel like
chance.
True. As he fouls that away, so 3-2 count. Good job by Welch to battling back to make it a full count.
Yeah,
he's one pitch away from getting out of the inning with only giving up, probably not even giving up one run, as I would say Scholler scored on the error.
Yeah. Pitcher looking more aggressive, really coming after a batter.
As this is going to be hit deep to center, and this is gonna drop. So that's going to score.
Double.
So that's going to score D'Agostino.
And there's a double and an RBI there.
So
Bleeker crosses the plate.
Yeah, correction. Yeah, Bleeker crosses the plate, so great job there. So that makes it 5-0 Middle Creek.
Yeah, another big hit there by Middle Creek. Well hit ball. I mean, really good job there on a 3-2 count. No, very, very well done.
So
Todd looking to carry it over. I mean, looking good with 2 outs. I mean, that's always important. I mean, 3-2, 2 outs, got a runner on it. It's great to see that runner score. The question now is how long will they leave Welch in?
Probably seeing if they can get him for the inning.
And there's a strike call there as it goes to 0-1 on Bobang. And the rain seems to be stopping here.
Hopefully.
Don't help defensively.
Don't mention it. There's a stereotype in baseball. Don't mention the rain in the broadcast booth. Oh, no, I just did it too. Okay.
All right, and he takes that for a
Strike.
ball there. 1-1.
Yeah, make it 1-1 count. So yeah, apologies to both teams if this game gets delayed.
Yep.
But let's not think about that. Okay, so
Oh,
1-1 count, 2 outs, runner on second. Big opportunity here for the Mustangs. And this is going to be just foul.
Yep.
It's like one of those choppers that if you just like a half a second earlier, if you're just like a millisecond earlier, that's going to be a high chopper that to the pitcher who most likely is not going to be able to get it, and then it's going to be up to the shortstop or second baseman to get it.
He hit that one off the end of the bat there, not what you want.
As the runner goes, but this is going to be fouled away. Yeah, Middle Creek's been really aggressive on the base pass. Middle Creek's been very aggressive on the base pass today. Not even when like Western Harnett's been making errors. Like Western Harnett's been making errors because Middle Creek has been attempting to steal, so they've been attempting to throw. So
Yeah,
Middle Creek's been very aggressive, which looks a little similar to to the former head coach Wesley King, because I always knew he considered the base pass so important. So kind of looking like him there, being aggressive on the base pass. So I guess Coach Thompson's carrying that over.
Yeah, and especially early on in the season, I mean, if you can pressure a defense enough, I mean, they'll break easily. Especially, I mean, we haven't had a ton of practice time with some rain off and on. I mean, just as the season goes by, it tightens up. But as of now,
This is going to be
it's not
hit
there.
deep to right field, but this is going to land just foul. If that's almost a double, probably a triple by Bobang speed down the line.
Definitely a good at bat here for Todd. I mean, hitting the ball in play, battling up there with 2 outs, and I really don't think we'll be seeing Welch for much longer, especially with all these foul balls.
Yeah, that's
high pitch counts. I mean, he hasn't had an inning under 10 pitches yet.
Yeah, that was one of those balls where all the Western Harnett fans like just had a huge sigh of relief because they knew that if that went fair, he'd be on third.
And a good take there from Todd as it switches over to 2-2. Oh no, 3-2.
3-2 count.
He's worked this count all the way, I believe, from 1-2 all the way to 3-2 here. A couple foul balls here or there. And we'll see who wins this battle. The pitch is on the way.
And it's going to be fouled straight back into the backstop.
And another foul ball here as the at-bat continues.
Another thing you like to see from your batters, even if this at-bat doesn't result in Boban getting on base, looking back, you like it's a definitely good at-bat because you grind the pitcher, you get deep in the count, and you get his pitch count up.
Oh yeah, and coaches love, quality at-bats. As much as hits are important, quality at-bats are up there
True.
too.
Especially in like a game where like the pitcher's dominating, as this is grounded to a shortstop, and they're gonna say he was safe. So
good hustle there by Dominic Dierkel, and he scores all the way.
Yeah, that's what you call just keep running on when there's 2 outs and the ball's in play. Just keep running till you hear that it's an out.
Now, poor play by the first baseman. Even if there's an out there, you got to make sure of it. He's just standing there, and we're seeing a visit here from the coach.
He wants to argue the call. To us, it looked close. It looked really close. I thought he was out at first glance. I thought he got him at first glance, but then I saw Derico across the plate.
If only we had our replay machine on today, could definitely see it. But it was a close play, and Todd ran it out. Definitely did his job there.
And now he and we also have a mound visit from the catcher.
Take this time, maybe relax, but I don't think the umpires will be changing their call here.
Yeah, from the limited view I can see of the Western Harnett dugout, I do not see anybody warming up as the umpire and other judge come over to give him the call, or I guess brings over a second umpire to talk to him, which you don't often.
You don't really see a change of call there.
You rarely see a change of call. You really have to convince them.
Yeah, very rare.
The only time you ever see a change of call is when you get the other umpires involved and they agree, and even then, like, it has to be like everybody else agrees. It's not one man out.
Yeah.
For the most part, like.
And it definitely seems like they're just telling him. We've got the calls out here. We're about your job. Umpires don't really like to see coaches come out there and question the calls. It's
definitely not
something they prefer to do.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much this officiating crew, this umpire crew puts up with, as ejections for coaches and players in baseball is quite common. So it'll be interesting to see what their limit is. Some umpires can deal with a lot. Some just don't have just won't deal with it at all.
The coach came out there pretty calm, collected. If he probably ran out there and started screaming at him, I could easily see an ejection. But he kept his cool there. It's a good challenge there.
Yeah, if there's another questionable call that goes against their team later in the game, we'll see if he still keeps his cool.
Yep, definitely.
Or if the game's too much out of hand at that point. And that's going to be in for a strike.
Yep. Sean Horton up the bat right now. Still carrying on with 2 outs.
This has been a long inning.
Yep. And that's definitely not what you want with a struggling defense so far for Western Harnett and pitchers and high in pitch count. It's not what you want at all. Pitch is on the way. And
This
it's
is
hit.
right to the shortstop, who flips it to the second baseman for the out. So Middle Creek scores 2 and Strands 1. Well, so after 2 complete, Middle Creek leads 5-0. We'll be right back with the sports block. Oh shoot, 6-0. Ooh. And welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back for the top of the third. Middle Creek leads 6-0 over the visiting Western Harnett Eagles. As Chassis back out on the mound.
And he delivers a good first pitch strike there, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, every inning he's just coming out here. He's working at a fast pace, which he definitely likes to do, and he's hitting the zone very
And
nicely.
that pitch is in for strike 2.
It's a 1-1 count right now.
Oh, 1-1.
Yeah, just a little bit out. There's inside for ball 2, 2-1.
Yeah, you're both looking better. Stand by 3, take 3.
And the fast pace definitely, I mean, it makes the batter swing more as we see another pitch coming
As
in.
this pitch is fouled off, so this is going to be make it a 1-2 count.
Especially with the high velocity, and
Mm-hmm.
makes it seem like it's coming out faster, and you don't really have a stop to it. So you got 2 strikes here. I'm looking for another K.
And this is going to be
fouled
fouled off again. Out of play. Watch your car. Thought about parking over by the baseball parking lot, and then I remembered foul ball would not look nice in the hood.
Definitely not.
As this is fouled off again, 3 straight fouls.
And,
So-
Western Harnett will definitely take this at bat out. That was a
Mhm.
good at bat here for him.
Two good at bats in a row for both teams. The last bat for Middle Creek, and then this one for Western Hornet.
Yeah.
That's better. All right.
As he delivers another pitch.
And this is down low for ball 2, make it a 2-2 count.
Not a bad pitch at all, and definitely frozen up there with a good curveball, just a little bit low. As we move to full count. 2-2.
2-2 count. And this is a swinging strikeout, so Chassis will strike out the first batter in the inning.
And that's strikeout number 5 for Ryan Chassis.
And the throw to the third baseman on the practice after the strikeout is high. Luckily, there was nobody on base. Otherwise, he would have given some free bases away.
Yeah, that's why you don't do that with runners on.
Nope.
That would not be ideal.
Now, I think the coach would lose his mind there, no matter who the coach was.
As he leaves that up and away for ball 1.
Yeah, and speaking of coaches, it really should be interesting to see how the baseball team is this year with Coach Thompson making his return to coaching, as he was the head coach before previous head coach King, and he was actually the head coach when they won a state championship.
Yeah, won
As
the
this is
championship.
popped
and,
up
moved
high to
AD.
second baseman White, and that's out. That's caught for the second out of the inning.
And a catch by Josh White. We're at 2 outs already, as a quick inning could be here for Chassis.
Yeah, after you wouldn't have thought that after that first at bat, but you got the second batter quick.
Yep. A good pitch. I mean, chased him on the high ball. Definitely got him there.
And this is a swinging strike to make an 0-1 count.
Yep. And he's got ahead of every batter this inning so far, delivering very good pitches.
Mm-hmm. He's just throwing the heat here.
And he
That's
gets
a-
another one.
Yeah, he's starting to he with his fastball. He doesn't have to go to the slider or the curveball or the knuckleball. He's just overpowering him with their fastball. They cannot keep up.
And as the third pitch is on the way,
And
and
that was a-
no swing.
Yeah, good eye there for good eye there for Dinkins, as Chassis had looked to throw low.
Well, you see him chasing low.
Oh, that was
Hey,
a
why
high
not
pitch.
try lower? I know.
That was
a
a
little
high.
bit opposite there. Probably
Yeah,
lost a
that
little
was
bit of
a-
control there.
That was a high fastball there, but great job there for Bobang for corralling that, even though there was nobody on base. So that as a catcher, that was probably could have been one of those easiest times to just let it go. But still, good to get in the habit of it.
Chassis kind of relaxing here, trying to settle in and get this last out here.
And he's
gets a
swinging the
swing.
strike. So that's going to be a free up, free down inning for Ryan Chassis. So after 2 1/3 innings, Middle Creek leads 6-0. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block. As we're back for the bottom of the third, we do have a new pitcher in the game for a Western Harnett. Pat Martin is in for the Eagles.
Yep, and number 24, Jacob Schmiedel, steps up to the plate here.
Yeah, and last year he had a 1.30 ERA in 43 innings pitched, so definitely a good pitcher.
Yep, as he sets to deliver his first pitch.
And that's going to be in for a ball one, make it a 1-0 count.
He's got a funky little tail to his pitch, I mean, moving in and out. That's definitely probably why he's out there right now, trying to throw up a different little.
Trying to keep this game in reach for the Eagles.
Yep.
And this is high for ball two.
Yep, 2-0 count here. Definitely in Schmiedel's favor. Looking to find something good to hit here. Maybe get a double on this pitch. And the pitch is on the way.
And this is in for a strike one to make it a 2-1 count.
Looks very relaxed up there. This is first year on varsity as a junior. Went to Broughton High School last year. Transferred back to Middle Creek.
And this is going to be hit. This is going to be grounded to the shortstop, and he's going to be out by a step. So that's going to bring up Josh White.
And out at first, we got one out here.
Yeah, like we were talking about, Josh White on JV, he was one of the better hitters. You just look at him; he has the body of a power hitter.
Definitely, and I mean, good contact with two strikes. I mean, really, anytime, it definitely helps.
Yeah, he's not going to be the dude that's going to outrun you. He's going to be the dude that's going to outpower you. And that pitch is in for ball one.
Yep. Catching this pitcher not with the best accuracy. He's a little bit, kind of everywhere, but he'll try to bring something in the zone here.
And this is going to be right down the middle for strike one, making a 1-1 count. That's one of those pitches that you got to swing at if you're a batter. When it's right down the middle.
Definitely considering. I mean, Ted Williams always said, wait for your pitch. Sometimes see a pitch or two. I mean, get used to it. You'll get your pitch, definitely.
As that curveball is right at the knees for ball two. for strike two, making a 1-2 count.
Definitely a good curveball. First one we've seen from Martin. He'll definitely be using that tonight. It looks like it's on so far, as the pitch is on the way.
As that curveball is mashed to right field by White, so that's going to be a single for White.
And a very good two-strike hit right there for him. Stayed composed, just put it in play. Nice job.
Yeah, that's going to bring up Ryan Scholler, the 9-hole hitter.
Yep. Very good hitter. Good hitting throughout the lineup.
Can we zoom out just a little bit right now?
So see if
Scholler can keep it going here.
Scholler can move get White in, or just get White over with no outs here.
Yep. Another lefty on the mound, so we'll be seeing how well he keeps the runners on.
And this is going to be down and low for ball one.
I don't think he's thrown a first pitch strike yet, and that's definitely
I don't
not
think he
a good
has.
thing. But he seemed to battling back well. Definitely looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here with that curveball. The curveball was good, but the last time he just left it a little high for White, who just took advantage of it. And that pitch is going to be inside for ball two, make it 2-0 count.
Keep both of them in the frame.
Yep, he's got to relax here. You can definitely see how the pitcher changes with the runner on, and he definitely looks a lot different with the runner on than with no one on.
Because you got to be careful. You can't be as aggressive, because if you make a mistake, then you have multiple dudes to deal with.
Right.
As 2-0 count. Oh, he froze over the first, but he's not going to get him, as White's able to easily just step right back to the bag.
Yeah. That's just kind of a move to just keep him there. I don't think he was really trying to get him out there.
It's kind of yeah, I know you're looking to steal, but I'm not going to let you move. Look, but
Just
I wouldn't,
acknowledge
still
it
wouldn't.
there.
But boy, Middle Creek's throwing the base pass today. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, anyways. As Scholler swings at this, but he fouls it out of play, so making it a 2-1 count.
Yep, a good jump there by Josh White. I believe he had that base stolen, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly a hit and run called there, trying something out.
As gets Martin getting his kind of getting the mound set to his grooving it up a little bit,
Yeah.
getting it set to his liking, which potentially could affect how Chassis is since he'll have to get re-comfortable.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, with all the momentum going
Mhm.
Middle Creek's way, I
True.
don't know how much just the mound will be able to impact that.
You never know. Baseball's a funny sport. As White's able to step back to second, back over the first easily.
No, in some cases, that move really isn't helpful because, I mean, you think about it, the runner's not really intimidated by that at all. He's not really thinking, oh, I better get back and throw something over there. I mean, he looks like he's ready to steal at any moment.
And this pitch is going to be high for ball 3, make it a full count.
It's a 3-1 count here for Ryan Scholler. Definitely the count you want to be in here with a runner on. I mean, you can really do anything with it. Just don't ground into a double, and should
count.
be in good shape, though.
Hitter's pitch right here.
And that's a
That's
ball
good.
as a walk
So
for Ryan Scholler.
he's going to walk Ryan Scholler. So that's going to bring up Wade Chandler with no outs and a runner on first and second.
Yep, a big at bat here. I mean, you can do a lot with this, especially with his speed. We could be seeing a bunt here. Could be very good. See how they cover bunts. Bunts early in the year are also very important. I mean, you can catch teams off guard. Don't know how to defend them. You can really do a lot with it. As he does square the bunt, but the ball is low for ball 1.
Yeah, so it's going to make it a 1-0 count. Good job of pulling his bunt back. Yeah, so Wade Chandler is probably one of those guys on the roster that if you're going to have him bunt and try to get on, he's going to be one of those Duke guys because of his speed. So if he places the bunt correct, just right, he'll get on base because he'll outrun everybody.
Definitely.
Unless he reaches on the fielder's choice. And he takes a swing at this, but he's going to foul it. He's going to foul it back. So that makes it a 1-1 count.
Sometimes you can kind of catch them off guard here because, I mean, when the defense sees a bunt, they're thinking, all right, I got to start crashing in. But you see a swing like that, and you could really catch them off, and even just enough to move the runners over at least.
Make enough contact and get over the first baseman's head, and then it's all up to the outfield, to the right fielder.
Definitely.
As that pitch is going to be down in the dirt for ball 2, make it 2-1 count.
Still looking a little uncontrolled there. Not happy with how the mound is. Cleaning off his cleats, because, I mean, dirt's definitely getting stuck with his mud. Trying to refocus here, take his time on this pitch.
This is going to be high for ball 3, 3-1 count.
It's not what you want here. I mean, they might be looking for the bullpen again. Coach is ready right near the fence. I mean,
You can see,
another ball here, you got bases loaded and your power up. That is not what you want from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, I can
at
see
all.
one player warming up in the stretch out in the dugout. So this is a hitter's pitch right here.
And
It's
he
going to be
delivered.
high. So he's going to walk. Chandler. So that's going to load the bases for Ryan Chassis.
That is definitely not something you want to do. And
Yeah, especially
Middle
with
Creek
Chassis up
hopes to
at.
capitalize on this. I mean, no outs here.
Yeah, this could really. Granted, it's only the bottom of the third. This really could kind of be the nail in the coffin for Western Harnett.
Definitely. So we're seeing a mound visit here, trying to refocus his team, get his defense focused up.
Yeah, so Ryan Chassis goes over to talk to Coach Thompson about what kind of the game plan is, whether he's going to get the green light to swing or he sees what the pitcher gives him. So it should be interesting here to see what happens with that.
Yeah, probably just on him relax up there. I mean, you really can hit the ball anywhere mostly. And you'll get an RBI here. I mean, you got base loaded. But one thing you can't do is you can't strike out here. That'd be very not what you would want at all. And just put it in play. I mean, you'll get at least one run basically anywhere.
So
Chassis looking to definitely do more than just put it in play.
let's see what Chassis does. We'll see. So the pitcher gets set. Martin gets set.
And on the way.
And Chassis swings at it, but he just fouls it down the right field line. Chassis was looking for that pitch.
Yeah, he's early on that, and he knows it. I mean, he saw that little head
He's
shake.
eager.
He really knew he wanted that pitch, and he knew he was going to give it to him. Just early on it, a little bit too anxious.
So what it does is it
definitely probably scared the pitcher on that. It's a very hard hit
So
ball.
that makes an 0-1 count. Chassis takes this one down low for ball 1.
There's a 1-1 count here. Chassis looking to get back in there, try and hit something deep. He definitely wants it here.
Yeah, you can hear that the Middle Creek dugout is definitely into the game now.
Oh yeah, it's always great to be out here. I mean, crowd definitely is into it, and dugout is always.
And he lines this right into the glove of the first baseman, but that's going to advance all the runners and score 1. So that's going to be an RBI ground out for Ryan Chassis, which makes the score 7-0 for Middle Creek.
A good play by the first baseman there. Didn't really was able to get in front of that. Just kind of reached for it and almost kind of lucky, but definitely a good play by the first baseman. I know much needed play.
Yeah, definitely not what Chassis wanted, but I'm knowing him, he'll probably take it as he scores a run. So
Yep, we
not
got
not a terrible at bat.
2 runners on with 1 out with Alex D'Agostino up the bat. Definitely another power hitter.
Yeah, you got 2 runners in scoring position, and he swings this one. He sinks this one to second baseman. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So Middle Creek strands 2, but scores 1. So that makes the score 7-0. 7-0. Middle Creek will be right back with the top of the 4th. You're watching the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block. We're back for the top of the 4th inning as Ryan Chassis is back on the mound for his 4th inning of work and has not allowed a runner to get, Harrison Harnett got 1 run at the 3rd on an error, but besides that, Chassis has stifled the Western Harnett offense.
Yep, number 10, Colin Welch, trying to get something started here for Western Harnett. They definitely need to find something. They have not been able to touch Chassis as of now. Just can't really even put it in play.
And that's going to be fouled off, so that's going to make it a 1-1 count.
I mean, Chassis with an absolutely dominant so far. I mean, 7 strikeouts and I believe maybe 1 hit, maybe 2.
1 hit, 1 walk, and then the error that moved the runner over to 3rd.
Yep.
And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So that's going to make it a 1-2 count. And last inning he had a free up, free down inning.
Yep. And he's looking to finish him off here. Oh.
And it's going to be a swing and strikeout in the dirt. So that's going to make it that's going to be a strikeout for Chassis.
A great curveball. And I mean, the combination of his fastball and his curveball has been absolutely phenomenal tonight. And I mean, he's just doing it all night. No one has figured it out yet.
Yeah, knock on wood, but it seems like Chassis is getting better as they go on. Usually that's not the case. And that's in for a strike 1 right down the middle.
Whoa, what a pitch. I mean, he really located that one low, and I had some nice tail towards the right-handed batter's box. I mean, can't get too much better than that.
Yeah, and that's in for ball 1, making a 1-1 count. Yeah, over the past couple of innings, nobody has even tried to touch his fastball. Nobody's got close to touching his fastball. As that's a swing and a miss, so that's makes it a 1-2 count.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, Chassis is on the verge of getting a second out.
Looking for strikeout number 9 for him.
And it's going to be hit hard right over the head of the second baseman. So good job there by Welch of staying in there and then taking Chassis' fastball the other way.
Yeah, and we've got 1 out here looking for a double play ball.
Mm-hmm.
So runner on here, and we'll see how Chassis really reacts to having a runner on base.
Let's bring up Jordy Senko for the Eagles.
Seems as if the runner's trying to maybe take a steal or take a chance at stealing, but not there with the pickoff move from Chessie. Really looking to get something going here again for Western Harnett. Has one runner on and really haven't been able to get him past first too much. And another pickoff move as he's safe. Really looking good on the mound for Chessie on all aspects. I mean, the one pickoff move going away, but other than that, I mean, he's really kept the run game down too for him.
This is going to be in for a ball, so it's making a 2-1 count.
Definitely not a bad first pitch there for him.
And make a 2-1 count. Runner on first. Runner on first taking a little bit of a lead. And Chassie throws over the first, but he's able to, Welch is able to get back onto the base.
It seems as if, I mean, the runner's really trying to get to second. It's very important here. I mean, you don't get a lot of runners on, but they have not been able to advance them very well, and that's definitely been a problem for them. Another ball there from Chassie. Looking to settle in here, just put it in the zone. It seems as if he's worrying a little bit too much about the runner over there. Just continue getting outs. I mean, keep the pitch count low. That's what he's got to keep doing.
And that pitch is going to be in for a strike 2. Make it, so that makes it a 2-2 count.
Yep, looking for strikeout number 9 here.
He throws over the first.
Still trying to keep him there. Still important to throw strikes though. Just hoping to get this runner out. Get a ground ball would be even better, but as of now, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
And that's going to be a swinging strikeout. And, and the ball got to the second baseman. I got to the shortstop shoulder, but...
And it seems as if they might have called interference on the batter, which would rule the runner out at second base.
they are going to call him out.
And they call it, yeah.
So the runner at second is going to be out.
Yeah, a big call there.
Yeah.
We got
I guess that was the second strike on the
Yep.
batter. So correction.
a 2-2
So
count here, and 2 outs now.
yeah. So that could have been. That's big for Weston Harnett. All of a sudden, instead of having a runner on second, they don't have anybody on board. As
Yeah.
it appears the two umpires are going to discuss the call, whether it actually was interference or not.
Might be dealing with one of the coaches over there. It definitely did not seem like Western Harnett was happy about that.
No, I didn't see anything that looked different to me. Did you?
I mean, when they stay in there, they really kind of want them to move out of the way, especially, I mean, Todd's a pretty big kid. So, I mean, when he comes up, I mean, he's covering a little bit of both sides of the plate. And, I mean, he's a little bit too close there, and I guess the umpire didn't like it. And, I mean, some players finish over the plate, and it didn't seem like he did there, but, I mean,
yeah.
some players even, like, step into the pitch, step in towards home plate, and, I mean, even a little bit of that. If you just hold your ground and you're right in front of if you really mess with the catcher, I mean, they'll call it.
Yeah, but at the same time, Bowman throws for his right hand, and it's a right-handed batter, so he shouldn't really have that much trouble getting he shouldn't really have too much. You wouldn't think he'd have too much trouble getting the throw off in that situation, since his arm is on the opposite side, is coming through on the opposite side of where the batter is. You would think he wouldn't have much trouble, but at the same time, we're not umpires, so I don't really. And obviously, the umpire had a much better view than we did.
Definitely.
And things can look different at a lot faster than they do in slow motion.
Well, also, I mean, that call is not made very often. That's not a very common call. I mean, it's a big call here, and the umpire definitely had to have seen something to call that, because that is not a call that is usually made at all.
Yeah, they're gonna stick with the call.
I'm gonna resume play here. I'm not too sure what that was all about. Just maybe confirming it.
Yeah, probably talking to each other, being like, "Yeah, this is what I saw. This is why I said it," or "I didn't see this," or like kind of making sure they're both on the same page. Especially because it's only a 2-man crew, so it isn't gonna be down in the dirt for ball 3, making a full count.
We got a full count here, looking to get strikeout number 9.
Yeah, when you only have 2 umpires, you both want to be on the same page.
Definitely.
As this is going to be hit high and deep to center, but this is going to be caught by the center fielder. Schmiedel. So
Third out.
for the third out of the inning. So Chassis gets the third out. So after 3.5, Middle Creek leads 7-0. We'll be right back with the sports block. And welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back for the bottom of the fourth inning. Middle Creek leads 7-0. And the first batter will be Dominique Derricole, younger brother of Jonathan Derricole, who is at Campbell University right now. Who was arguably the Mustang's best. Jonathan Derricole was arguably the Mustang's best hitter last year, as he had 2 home runs, but his brother had 1 too. So.
Yeah, definitely a good season for the Diarco brothers last year. And
So
Dom's looking to keep on that into this season, as he's had a good start for this game.
As that curveball is just a little high for ball 1. Yeah, so what we're talking about, so Dom had a home run last year, and the wind's not really blowing right now, and so don't let him get a hold of one, because he might take it for a ride out of here.
Yeah, not too many home runs are hit here. One of the bigger ballparks in the state. As Dom hits a foul ball out of play here. No, at Middle Creek, you aren't worried too much about hitting a home run. I mean,
No, not
360 in the center gaps,
Yeah.
380 in center.
380 at down center and then 330 down both the lines. That's better than some college parks.
Yeah, maybe at like Fuquay or other places you could be looking for that, but Middle Creek is not the place to go looking for homers.
And that's going to be down in the dirt for ball 2.
Probably a take sign here from Dom. I mean, he's been having some control issues here with Martin, so probably not swinging here unless it's, I mean, could have a green light here. I mean, pretty big lead, kind of loosens up. And the pitch is on the way, and that's high.
That's going to be high for
three.
ball 3, so 3-0 count here.
There's a definite take sign on now. I mean, no way they're going to have him swinging 3-0. Not very close to the plate at all.
Probably tell him that if it's over the plate, you can swing on it, but otherwise don't swing at it. Oh, he swung at it, but that's gonna be he just got under it a little bit, so that's gonna be a easy flat pop up for the second baseman.
Yeah, Dom's definitely not happy about that. I mean, never good to pop out with on a 3-0 count there.
Yeah, he shouldn't be happy about that.
And now to the plate is Todd
Bobang. So I think that might be the first inning so far today. Middle Creek has knocked out the leadoff batter on.
Yeah, definitely very important. I mean, you get the leadoff runner on, you can do a lot with it.
Oh yeah.
Definitely opens up the inning. You don't really have to do a ton.
And that's gonna be right at the knees for strike 1.
Yep, and a great pitch there. Looking to keep that ball down there.
And
trying to mess with the timing a little bit. Takes more time up there.
And that's going to be up. It's going to be up high for ball 1, making a 1-1 count.
Up and away there. Really seems very different in his motions, and that's probably what's causing the balls and the strikes here for him. I mean, one time he's got one arm slot, next time it's a little bit further out. It's not really hit his groove yet.
And that's going to be high for ball 2, making a 2-1 count.
Not too much going for Western Harnett right now. I mean, they're running out of time to really get back into this game. We're already in the 4th inning here, so I mean, got to get something going quick, and starts on the defensive side of it.
And that's going to be ball free. So 3-1 count here for Bobang.
Yep, and assuming a swing sign here. I mean, Todd's got a lot of power. Good disciplined hitter. We'll see what the pitcher's really throwing here. That's the real question.
And that's going to be high for ball 4. So after getting ahead in the count, he just throws 4 straight balls and didn't even really make Bobang flinch any. So that's going to bring up Sean Horton.
Gonna get a pinch runner here for Todd, bringing in Daniel Alvarado.
Dan Dog. So it's gonna be Jacob Schmiedel off the bat.
Wow, got a lot of speed right now on there for Middle Creek. I mean, Dan Dog up on the bases and Sean Horton at the plate. Definitely a lot of speed.
And that's gonna be strike. That's gonna be in for a first pitch strike.
A beautiful pitch from Martin there, but. Not the greatest throw back from the catcher.
Yeah,
Might
no.
mess up his rhythm and
Yeah,
definitely
we've,
get a new ball now.
Yeah, definitely not the greatest throw, but I'm sure you and me have both seen worse.
Definitely so. He's looking to keep that going here. Get his groove in this. I mean, first pitch strike, very important. And taking his time here, and the pitch is on the way.
And it's going to be hit and grounded to the second baseman.
And
he goes to
call it on the transfer there.
Yeah, he goes to grounded the second baseman, who flips it to shortstop for the out at second. So Horton reaches on a fielder's choice.
And sometimes it's better just not to even throw that ball. It seemed Horton was already there before the lost the ball on that play. I mean,
Yeah, good play by the second baseman of
getting that ball there, definitely.
of going for the lead runner instead of going for the out, going for the lead runner.
Yeah, that's not the easiest play for a second baseman, because I mean, he's got to throw that not really in his best way. And a good curveball there from Martin. Strike 1.
He completely whisked by Schmiedel.
Yeah.
So Schmiedel comes up with Horton on first with 2 outs, as Schmiedel's gonna jog over and talk to head coach Jeremy Thompson, Coach Thompson, who also doubles as the athletic director.
Yeah, probably just telling him relax. First game of the season, got a big lead. Just
telling
don't
him
worry
to-
about it. Stay focused. Just
telling
put
him-
the ball in play. I mean,
Probably trying to just tell him to relax and just kind of go with the flow, relax, have fun.
I mean, definitely gotta, calm him down after missing that pitch. That's it's not really the most fun thing to do.
That's
He
gonna be
takes a good
high.
curveball.
It's gonna be high for ball 1, making it 1 more hit. Yeah, Coach Thompson probably just telling him to calm down a little bit, which is kind of Coach Thompson's MO. Especially every time I've talked to Coach Thompson, he's just always kind of chill and mellow.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure he brings that, as you probably know, he kind of brings that to the program.
Yeah, definitely. And the one thing I was said is, I mean, first game energy is never a problem. The one thing that you gotta focus on is not getting too amped up. You gotta stay within yourself. You gotta just play your game. You don't have to do more. And I think a first pitch curveball there, it's not what Schmiedel really wanted to hit. He was just amped up. He's like, I want to hit this ball, so he tried to hit it.
Yeah, that pitch was in for a strike, so 1-2 count, and Schmiedel ground. He gets this through the 5-hole.
And there's a nice base hit for Jacob Schmiedel.
So he advances a nice 2-out single for Schmiedel, who advances Horton to second, and that brings up Josh White.
Yep, 2 outs, first and second here. A big situation here for Josh White. He'll look to continue looking pretty good so far. Pitcher trying to come back here. You can tell the weather's a slight problem for him. He's changing baseballs fairly often.
When he gets in the ground, it kind of gets pretty wet, so you're going to keep getting the dry baseballs. And that pitch is going to be in for ball 1.
Yeah. The one thing that Middle Creek picked up on very well early was you got to figure out what the umpire calls. I mean, every umpire's got a different strike zone. I mean, this umpire, you can clearly see he's calling the low strike a lot, and he's not really calling a high strike. So most of the pitchers have been working well and working low.
And that's gonna be a little too low for this umpire strike zone, so that's gonna be ball 2, making a 2-0 count.
Very good officiating so far. I mean, they've kept the strike zone consistent, made some good calls already on both sides. I mean, all around a good first game so far.
And that's going to be in for strike one, making a 2-1 count.
Yeah, good pitch there by the pitcher. Not really one that a hitter would really want up and out. It's got that tail to it. You don't really want to swing at that. Very good pitch there by Martin. Seems more relaxed up there now, even though there are runners on first and second. He's starting to calm down.
And that's going to be in for ball three, making a full count. No, in for ball three, making a 3-1 count, not a full count.
You can tell how different the pitchers are on both sides. I mean, Western Harnett's definitely been going on a slower pace on the mound. I mean, I think that's making the batter have more time to be calm down and collect themselves, as we see a walk here by Josh White.
And that's going to be ball four, so bases are loaded with 2 outs for Ryan Scholler here.
Scholler looking to drive in a run here. Another big at bat here with 2 outs. And just kept on passing that stick on. Just keep hitting around. Pitcher's on the way.
That's going to be in for ball one, making it 1-0 count with the bases loaded.
Scholler has a very good idea of where the strike zone is. A very, focused player. Stays calm. Really, really very good player for us, defensively and offensively.
And that's going to be over. That's going to be outside for ball two, making a 2-0 count.
Definitely trying to get something going here.
At some point, he's going to have to just kind of throw his best pitch that he thinks he can get over the plate, because you can't afford the walking, because then you're going to walk in a run.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the pitch. You don't want to take it to 3 balls. I mean, then you're in a bad position.
That's going to be in for a strike, making a 2-1 count.
Not much needed one, but I mean the batter's still in control here at 2-1. Scholler keeping that calm kind of stance, same little approach every time.
And that's gonna be hit high and deep to
the gap
to left center, and that's gonna score Horton.
That's
gonna score Horton and Smeedle, and White's gonna come in to score. So that's a 3-1. That's a 3-run double there for Scholler. That's a 3-run double, so that's to make the score 10-0 Middle Creek.
Definitely not the.
10-0 Middle Creek.
Definitely not the smoothest slide there from Josh White, but great hit there by Ryan Scholler, and a very important one.
And aggressive base running.
Yeah,
leave it to 2 outs to have the most great aggressive base running you'll see when it's hit, when there's 2 outs and the ball's hit, everybody just keeps going.
Yeah, Josh White, not really the best base runner, but he really read that well. I mean, there's no way you're scoring from first on a double unless you really are trying to get
And this
in
is
there.
hit high to the same spot in left center. Well, that's going to be an out. So Middle Creek strands 1, but scores 3 on an on a 3 RBI double from Ryan Scholler. So after 4 complete, Middle Creek leads 10-0. We'll be right back with the sports block. And welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back for the top of the 5th inning. As Ryan Chassis is back out again for the Mustangs.
She's gonna have to go over and pro.
And no, that's a new pitcher, and
Oh.
I believe is that Chris Bleeker?
No, that's
No, Ethan Hughes.
Ethan Hughes, yeah, the senior 4 years senior player. So Ethan Hughes is now in for the Mustangs.
Yeah, very good pitcher. Throws very hard, has very good control all over. And
And that's going to be in for ball 2.
his control was a little bit off throughout his career, but I mean, he's definitely worked on it. Has a very good pickoff move as well. And he settles in here as the pitch is on its way.
And that's in for strike 1.
It's fouled off right there. And great pitch there from Ethan Hughes. Both of the Middle Creek pitchers both throw very hard that have been put in so far. Definitely trying to overpower Western Harnett.
And that's going to be in for a strikeout there for that's going to be Hughes' first strikeout.
A great night for Ryan Chassis, but Hughes might be coming in for trying to take over in strikeouts. Chassis ended at 8 strikeouts. Excuse me.
Yeah, not surprised. I mean, Chassis probably could have gone longer if he wanted to, but
Oh yeah.
this early in the year and being up by 10, Coach Thompson's probably like, yeah, I want to save him for later in the year in the playoffs. I don't want him to tire himself out. So if we're up by 10, there's no need to use him.
Well, I mean, it's always good to put in a closer, give him a little bit of a scenario, and a beautiful pitch got him swinging. I mean,
True.
just a great pitch there. But I mean, you really
True.
want to get your players in there, get them some confidence. I mean,
Exactly, but at the same time, like what I'm saying is, like if it was a 2-1 game, 3-1 game, or 1-1
Oh,
game,
definitely.
Chassis would probably still be in.
Chassis was on track to throw around maybe 80 pitches through 7 innings. So I mean,
That's not
you
terrible.
can't ask for much better than that. I mean, that's nearly lower than 10 pitches an inning, which is exactly what you want.
And that's not bad because the next game's Friday. He's not going to pitch Friday. Wolf is pitching on Friday against Panther Creek.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, with Chassis, I mean, he got a lot of strikeouts. He's definitely a strikeout pitcher because the hard fastball and the good curveball. I mean, you're going to have your pitch count at least at 9 pitches if you strike out all 3 batters. So, I mean,
So 2-2 count, and this is hit right to the glove of the second baseman, White, who gets it over to the first baseman, Diagoncillo.
and those 2 quick outs there. As Hughes faces the third batter of the inning, number 15, Dustin Lund.
Hughes is trying to challenge Chassis' quick inning.
Oh, yeah, very quick inning so far for Ethan. Currently at only 6 pitches, looking very good on the mound, looking relaxed,
That's
just
going to look great on the stat sheet.
really throwing the ball hard.
And that's going to be in for a strike. Fastball right at the knees for strike 1.
You can definitely tell, I mean, he's really keyed in here. He's hitting his spots. He's putting it in the zone very nicely. And, I mean, that's a major key for Ethan. I mean, he's got the pitches to really face down any hitter. All he's got to
Yeah.
do is put it in the zone. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to touch.
Yeah, it's probably nice to be able to put it in the zone, not have to worry about facing a dude that just hits everything out of the ballpark.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Brett Kinnaman at NC State just hits anything he gets out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
And that's gonna hit him, so that's gonna be a free base. So that's gonna be hit by a pitch. He lost his control a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Hughes is slightly known for hitting people, but the other side of that is hit him and pick him off. A very good pickoff move, and he has done that many a times.
Exactly. And you see a smile there from Hughes and Bowman, who are both good friends.
Oh,
Kind of laugh about it a little bit. Both good buddies.
Yeah, the chemistry with this team is really nicely. I mean, when this team was on JV, I mean, they went
Yeah.
20-1. And
Yeah, when most of this
great
team was on
season.
JV 2 years ago, like you said, they went 19-1 with the only loss coming to a team from out of state.
Yeah, Brooklyn Bombers, but a very good season. I mean, just a great all-around team. I mean, they definitely come out here. They have fun. I mean, they're playing their game. And it's fun to watch. Having a good time right now.
This is in for strike 1, making it a 1 count.
Yeah, he's hitting that low strike well. I mean, Chassis and him both have been locating really well so far. And he takes his time here, and the pitch is on the way.
And this is a swinging strike, so that's going to make it a 0-2 count.
A very deceptive pitcher. I mean, he's been throwing it a little bit out of his zone, but I mean, it's the late break and the late movement that's really just throwing off those Western Harnett hitters. Hughes not really worrying about that runner on base. I mean, 2 outs, they really tell you. And just get the batter out.
That's going to be in the dirt for ball 1, making a 1-2 count.
You know, taking a second here, take a little breath, and go back in there, try to finish him off here for the second strikeout for Hughes.
And this is going to be fouled out of play.
Good pitch there from Hughes, especially with 2 strikes. Then could be seeing a curveball here from Hughes or some sort, or up and in fastball, trying to finish him off. Definitely got him jammed on that last pitch. And we do.
That's going to be a
and
strikeout. That's going to be the 3rd strikeout in the inning for Hughes. So a free strikeout. So that's going to be.
And that's going to be the ball game here, as I believe is a run rule here.
So we're going to have a run rule here. So Middle Creek defeats the visiting Western Harnett Eagles 10-0 to improve to 1-0 on the season, while Western Harnett drops to 1-0 on the season.
Yeah.
So once again, our final score is 10-0, and thank you for watching the Sports Block.
Yeah, I mean, just like cool game there.